Good afternoon and welcome to Wilby High School, the Reggie O'Brien Gymnasium, the George Torado Court. It is time once again for DETSportsmedia.com's production of NVL Boys Varsity High School Basketball. Good afternoon, Mitch Beck with you, along with Deb Thoreau. We've got outstanding basketball here on the DET Sports Media Game of the Week. It is the Wilby Wildcats taking on the visiting Crosby High School. Legendary coach Nick Augilli, one of the winningest coaches in varsity basketball history here in the state of Connecticut, is the head coach of the Crosby Bulldogs, and the incredibly wonderful to deal with Alan Piccolo is the head coach of the Wilby Wildcats. Absolutely two terrific gentlemen going head-to-head here on the basketball courts at Wilby High School. We will have the starting lineups for you momentarily. Wilby is looking a little short-staffed today as they had a COVID outbreak and more than half of their team is not here today. So starting today for the Crosby Bulldogs will be number 2, Jonathan Rivera. Number 4 is Chris Spears. Number 13 is Connie Glenn. Number 14 is Jason Robinson. And number 25 is DJ Melendez. Starting for the home Wildcats will be number 15, Jeremiah Coleman. Number 30, Trenton Stevens. Number 24, Elijah Stewart. Number 1, Yetyem De Jesus. And the star of the team, number 21, Gio Cruz.
Senior, number 4, Chris Spears.
As you're hearing them announce the starting lineup. Once we get through the lineups, we'll have the national anthem, and then we'll get started on the play-by-play. So we're glad to have you on a cold afternoon here in Waterbury, Connecticut. Hope the snow didn't do too much damage to you and your life. Big problem for me and mine. The plow guy actually plowed into my son's car, so we're dealing with that. But always fun to come out here to Waterbury and have some outstanding basketball to call for you. This should be a good game today. Wilby has been playing extremely well. Crosby is a very, very good team. So this should be an exciting contest for you. Here on the DET Sports Media production of NVL Boys Varsity High School Basketball. It's the game of the week. It's Wilby and Crosby. Stick around. We'll be right back. Wonderful job, as always, on the national anthem. Student of Wilby singing there. I'm gonna one of these days. I'm gonna remember to get her name. She does a beautiful job on our national anthem, and congratulations to her for doing such great work. They're playing something still. So 2 coaches have their rosters around them, and they're getting ready to go. Again, the starting lineups for the Bulldogs: Rivera, Spears, Glenn, Robinson, and Melendez. For the home Wildcats, it'll be Coleman, Stevens, Stewart, DeJesus, and Cruz. Our referees look ready. Crosby taking the courts. They're wearing the blue with the red and white trim. The home Wildcats in the white with green. Wilby will be heading from your left to your right. Crosby from your right to your left. And looks like we're all set and ready to go. And we're underway. Ball is controlled by Wilby. Cruz loses it. Gets knocked out of his hands. It was Rivera doing a good job getting quick hands in there. And that's Stevens, number 30, gives it to Cruz. Cruz pulls up for the jumper. It's short. And it's rebounded by Glenn. Long pass up the court. Going off the wall, off the glass, as Robinson doesn't go. Here's a jumper for 3. That's no good. Rebounded by number 15, Jeremiah Coleman. Will be looking to push the tempo. There's a 3, no good. And is rebounded by Rivera. He brings it into the forecourt. Passes down low. Nicely done as he finds DJ Melendez wide open. He goes off the glass, and it's 2-0. Strong move along the boards. Doesn't go. That shot doesn't fall. That was Coleman on the second one. First one was Stewart. There's a long shot over. And that was Rivera, no good. Trenton Stevens gives it to Cruz. Cruz back to Stevens. Stevens goes between the legs, looks for some help, comes all the way to the right side. Coleman's no good. And we have our first foul of the game. It's going to go against number 25, DJ Melendez, the sophomore point guard. Be a 2-point shooting foul for Jeremiah Coleman. Melendez with his first foul of the game. And the first one misses. Coleman will shoot. Gets himself prepared. Ball goes up, and it's in. 2-1 early in the first quarter. Nice attempt. Rivera saw Spears open. Cruz gets it across to Stewart. Stewart sees the double team. Crosby playing his zone. Best way is to go over the top in his zone. Coleman unable to handle the pass from DeJesus, and it'll be a turnover, go back the other way. Melendez will inbounds. He's got the only basket so far for the Crosby Bulldogs, but he literally has nobody to inbound it to. Jason Robinson steps back. And Robinson surrenders the ball to Melendez. Melendez brings it into the forecourt, gives it back. They play a little catch down to the corner. There's the 3-point shot. Rolls in and out. And there's a foul on the play. Glenn will head to the free throw line. Jeremiah Coleman picks up the foul. That's his first. 2 shots for Glenn. Gets the roll on the first one. Prepares himself for the second and shoots and buries it. And it's 4-1. Cruz brings the ball out top. Looks to set things up to Jesus. Back to Cruz. Into the corner. Stewart Stewart goes up high to Cruz. Cruz kicks it out. There's another 3 attempt, and nothing but the bottom of the net for DeJesus. And we're tied at 4. Quick ball movement, and nothing but the bottom of the net for Rivera. Kind of moved his feet before that, but there was no call. Stewart dishes, and a turnover. Picked up by Robinson. Heads up play on that one by Stevens, but it goes off his hands and out of play. And we'll have our first substitution of the game. Robinson takes a seat. Entering is Andre Arrington. Arrington is a junior shooting guard. Sent all the way out to Melendez, put in the corner. That's Glenn. Glenn looks for some help, goes up top to Melendez, swung around in the corner. That's a 3, nothing but the bottom of the net for Arrington, who just entered the game. And it's 10-4. Cruz goes for 3 in the corner. It's blocked and taken back. Excellent play by Rivera. But his pass is picked off. And we go back and forth. DeJesus missed it on the other end. Rebounded and going coast to coast is Kahani Glenn. And it's now 12-4. DeJesus goes baseline. He misses, and Melendez comes away with it. And he's going to get called for a travel. Another substitution coming in. Robinson back to the game. Spears goes and takes a seat. Entering into the game is Greg Hodabenko. Taking a seat is Jeremiah Coleman. Nice baseline move, but we got steps. Stevens taking one too many. Melendez now. He dishes. There's another 3. Rivera doesn't get it. And now it's Robinson. Robinson to Melendez. There's another shot from the corner. In and out. Nice rebound by Melendez. Excellent move. Doesn't get the fall is Glenn. And it's rebounded by Wilby. Cruz sets up for the 3. Buries it. If he gets going, look out, Crosby. Long 3 that's fronted. Nice job going hard to the net is Rivera. He'll get the basket and 1. And that's going to go on Gio Cruz. That will be his first. Rivera stepping to the line. He has 5 points so far. Looking for his 6th of the game. And just rolls. But we have a lane violation. And he'll get to shoot again. Wilby jumped in a little too soon. And Rivera gets another shot at it. Gets himself ready, shoots, and doesn't go. And it's a kick. Connie Glenn kicks the ball, and that is a turnover. Stevens surrenders to Cruz, back to Stevens. Looks to the near side, that's DeJesus. They swing it back the side. Stevens, and going to get called on the play is Kahani Glenn. Came over the back of Hodabenko. Second team foul. 2 team fouls for each. Wilby will now have Jesus execute the inbound. Cruz looks to fight along the on the baseline. You could hear the slap from here, but there was no call. And nothing but the bottom of the net for Yetyem de Jesus. Melendez now. He has it, swings it quickly over to Rivera. Rivera, his layup chance doesn't go. Hadabenko goes off the glass and gets his first bucket of the game. He's a senior. Melendez now looks to Rivera into the corner. In and out for Arrington. And that's stolen. Nicely done by Robinson. He thought about going for the jam there and then just made it a very high percentage layup. As in 0 chance of missing it. And we have an out of bounds play. Nick Guagilli didn't like it. Cruz now inbounding. He finds De Jesus, who just hit a 3 a moment ago. Up and over. And doesn't get the hoop. Glenn goes coast to coast. And he gets the layup. He has 6 points. 18-12, Crosby leads. Stevens to De Jesus and back. There's not an awful lot of movement going on for Wilby right now. Pulling up for the jumper. That was Stewart. There's a 3. Goes in and out for Cruz. And here comes Crosby again. Nice look. And Glenn has another. Excellent job by Arrington to find him down low and free. Pushed out of bounds. Jonas Bell Luna steps into the game. Coming out is Elijah Stewart. Also taking a seat is De Jesus. And coming in is Jomar Hernandez. Stevens starts it off, picked off by Rivera. He could go for the jam, and he does. No doubt about that one. And it's the largest lead of the game so far, 10 points for Crosby. And there's a turnover. Here's an opportunity for the jam, and it is Jason Robinson sticking it home with authority. It's a 12-point differential now. 19.7 seconds left here in the first quarter. It was close for a while, but now the Bulldogs are pulling away. 15 seconds now. Crosby, 3-point try. That one hits the rim. Nice follow-up, but it doesn't go for Andre Arrington. At the end of one period of play, 24-12, the visiting Crosby Bulldogs over the Wilby Wildcats. Let's give you a quick scoring review. Jonathan Rivera for the Bulldogs, he has 7. Andre Arrington has 3. Kahani Glenn has 8. Jason Robinson, who just had that wonderful jam, has 4. And DJ Melendez has 2 for the home Wildcats. Jeremiah Coleman has 1. And Yetyem de Jesus has 6. Gio Cruz has 3. And Greg Hadabenko has 2. 24-12. 8 more minutes in the first half as we're going to start the second. 3 team fouls for the visiting Bulldogs. Kahani Glenn has 1. And DJ Melendez has 1. And I missed who got the third one. We'll get that at halftime. 2 fouls. Jeremiah Coleman and Gio Cruz are the only ones who have fouls right now. Nobody in foul trouble. And we'll start the second period. Crosby will inbound. Jonathan Rivera will be inbounding. I'm sorry, but I don't have number 40. I'll have to find out who that is also at halftime. They didn't give it to me on the sheet. Strong move inside, and it doesn't go. Robinson making his presence known. Stewart enters the game, and Junis Bell Luna goes back and takes a seat. Full court pressure here from Crosby. Make him earn every inch. Stewart has the turnover. Here's another chance. And up and in for Robinson for 6 points. Largest lead of the game is 14. Stewart works his way through, goes off the glass, and puts it home. His first bucket of the game. Skahani Glenn. Rivera for a long three, front rims it, and Gio Cruz gets a rebound. Cruz has Robinson on him, and they're going to call a kick. That's going to go on Jason Robinson. That's his first. Jesus looking to inbound, gives it to Cruz. Cruz is triple teamed. And Crosby comes away with it. Number 40 puts in a nice job by Hodabenko to get his hand in there. Otherwise, Kahani Glenn had a free ride to the net. Robinson is going to inbound. And there's 40 with the runner. That's no good. And we'll have a turnover going the other way. And whoever 40 is just took a foul for coming over the back. Hodabenko inbounds. Cruz with it now. Playing a very aggressive defense is Crosby. Hodabenko surrenders quickly outside to Stewart. He pulls up for three. That's short. And Rivera had it. And it got loose. And it will be Wildcat ball under the hoop. 40 goes and takes a seat. And I didn't see who else went out, but coming in is DJ Melendez and Chris Spears are back in. That was kind of a lazy inbound. Look out, here comes Rivera again! And the jam for Rivera. 14-point lead for Crosby. And that pass fails to connect. '15 is Jeremiah Coleman. He steps back into the game. Greg Hodabenko has a bucket. He goes and takes a seat. Crosby looking as dominant as they have in years past. And a strong move. Rivera goes baseline. Nice job by Chris Spears on the rebound. Puts it back. And it's 30-14. Stewart stepped, they're going to call a block. I thought he stepped out of bounds, but Jason Robinson picks up his second foul of the game. One more, and Wilby will be in the penalty. Cruz pulls up. He has that one bounce in and out. Rivera is there for the rebound. Looks up to Melendez. Excellent passing Outstanding passing. Kahani Glenn gets the bucket and will shoot an extra. Look to make it a 3-point play. We'll have to check. I didn't see. Who that was. He hits the extra. And it's 33-14. Another strong rebound. That one's picked off by DeJesus. He comes back the other way. Gets it through. Nice job. Coleman deserved that one. Rivera gives it up. Going high off the glass is Spears. And then Alan Piccolo calls a timeout, trying to get his guys under control. It's a 21-point lead right now. Nine points for Jonathan Rivera. 11 points for Kahani Glenn. 6 for Robinson. 2 for Melendez for the Bulldogs. Jeremiah Coleman has 1. Elijah Stewart has 2. DeJesus has 6. And Cruz has 3. And Hadabenko has 2 for the home Wildcats. Coach Piccolo was not excited about undertaking this game today with so many of his regulars out, and it's showing in this one. Crosby looking very, very dynamic and powerful. Ball be inbound here by DeJesus. Gives it to Cruz and gets it back. And goes and sets up the offense. Giving up to Cruz. Cruz is going to get called for steps. Didn't quite have control of it while he was running. 4:57 left in the first half. Rivera inbounds to Melendez. And Melendez brings it in. Pushed out to Rivera for 3, and it doesn't go, but knocked back in by Chris Spears. Kicked out to Stewart. Stewart goes into the middle, and that pass doesn't work. Checking into the game is Tashawn Fareed. Taking a seat is Jeremiah Coleman for Wilby. Melendez swings it to the near side. There's a 3. And it doesn't go. Cruz with the rebound off the Spears shot. Spears goes off of DeJesus. And a turnover to Crosby. Melendez now. Spears back to Melendez. Cross to Robinson. His 3 is no good. That's rebounded by Fareed. Turnover. Nicely done. Crosby is finding the open cutter. And there's going to be a block called on Fareed. That's his first foul. Heading to the line to shoot 2 is Jason Robinson. He's been very dominant on the floor. Hits his first. This ball will be live. And he makes a second. 39-14. 25-point lead for Crosby. Cruz goes hard to the baseline. Has it partially blocked. And the layup goes for Spears. And Wilby comes in. It's DeJesus. Stewart pulls up. It doesn't fall. Rebound for Robinson. Given up to Rivera. Kicked into the corner for Melendez. Back to Rivera. Into the corner. There's a three. And a rebound to Farid. Cruz quickly advances the ball. Has it back now. DeJesus pulls up for the open jumper. That doesn't go. Cruz is there, though. His rebound attempt is no good. And it's Glenn going coast to coast. Gives it to Melendez. He misses the layup. And it's rebounded by number 24, Elijah Stewart. Cruz now goes to the hoop. Gets his own rebound and is fouled. I believe that's going to go on Melendez. It is on Melendez. It is his second foul. And the team will be shooting 1-1. Couple of substitutions. Taking a seat is DJ Melendez and Kahani Glenn. Number 40 is back into the game, as is Arrington. And here comes Crosby after the missed free throw shot. Swung around, quick ball movement. Air ball, and rebounded by Wilby. DeJesus comes back the other way, makes his way in, and he gets fouled. Blocking foul. That's number 40, his second. Be 1-1. Oh, okay, they're going to say that was in the act, so it would be a two-shot foul. That's DeJesus hitting the first. He's got 7. Takes the shot on the second, doesn't get it, and it's rebounded by Robinson. Robinson gives it up to 40, back to Robinson. Kicked into the corner. They swing the ball around quickly. Look at that quick ball movement. And no good. Rebounded by Cruz. He gives up the dribble, needs some help. He finds Josh Colon, who just came into the game. Colon kicks it out to Stewart. Stewart works hard to go to the hoop. Gets his own rebound. And they call a foul on him. He said 10. I thought he pointed to 24. That would be Crosby once again playing quickly along the perimeter. There's a long shot that goes in and out by Rivera. Almost picked off by Crosby. DeJesus goes baseline to Cruz. Cruz is double teamed. Going hard to the net is DeJesus. Nice no-look pass. Look at that team movement. Great job by Cruz on the block shot. And a nice soft touch for Rivera. He has 11. And number 40 steals the inbound and puts it in. Just a real bad first half for Wilby. Nobody's hitting shots. And constant turnovers. They're trailing by 30. And there's still 30 seconds left here in the first half. Lots of changes to Wilby. Hadabenko is amongst those coming into the game. Hernandez comes in. as does Stewart. Nice strong play under the basket by Stewart to get the rebound for Wilby. He has it and gives it to Jesus with less than 10 seconds. Stewart tries hard. That shot goes off the rim and is 0.1 and 0, and that will do it for the first half. At the end of the first half, it is the visiting Crosby Bulldogs 45 and the Wilby Wildcats 15. Stick around. We'll be back for more of this DET Sports Media production of NVL Boys Varsity High School Basketball here on Cable Channel 16 and on YouTube. Stick around. To the Reggie O'Brien Gymnasium on the campus of Wilby High School, the George Torado Court for the DET Sports Media NVL Boys Varsity High School Basketball Game of the Week. It is the Wilby Wildcats and the Crosby Bulldogs. In the first half, it was literally all Bulldogs. In the fight of cat and dogs, wasn't much of a fight as Crosby leads 45-15. Reviewing the scoring, we'll start with Wilby. Jeremiah Coleman has 1 point and 1 foul. Elijah Stewart, number 24, has 2 points and a foul. Tashawn Farid has 2 fouls. Yetyem Jesus has 7 points and a foul. Gio Cruz has been kept very quiet. He only has 3 points and he has 1 foul. And Greg Hadabenko has 2 points. Over on the Crosby side, Jonathan Rivera has 11 and Chris Spears has 8. Andre Arrington has 3 and a foul. Kahani Green has 11, and he has a foul. Jason Robinson has 8. He has 2 fouls. DJ Melendez has 2 points and 2 fouls. And Khalif Willard has 2 points and 2 fouls. He's number 40. So on the sheet I was given was number 40. Then it got changed to 23, and apparently he changed it back and didn't let the scorekeeper know until he went into the game that he was changing it. So that's why I didn't have it. So Nick Ogilly's basically got to keep his team going in the same direction. And I really genuinely don't know what Alan Piccolo is going to tell his kids other than to give your best effort and try real hard for the second half as they enter it down 30. Crosby looking like the dynamo they have been in years past. There's a reason that Nick Ogilly is arguably the most successful high school basketball coach in Connecticut basketball history. Certainly Waterbury, but arguably the entire state. He gets kids to play and play hard, play smart, and win. And that's what they're doing here today. They're just absolutely all over Wilby, who, in their defense, they're playing shorthanded. Stewart pulls up short. That's an air ball. And up and in for Jeremiah Coleman. He puts them on the board. And they score the first bucket, 45-17. There's Rivera for 3. That one goes off the back of the rim. And it's Yetyem de Jesus going on the odd man rush. Rivera gets a piece of it, and Coleman puts it back in. He has 5 points now. Back the other way is Chris Spears. He puts a bucket in. If Wilby's going to get back in this game, they're going to need to get Cruz more involved, and he's going to have to start scoring some threes. Cruz gives it up to Stewart. All the way back to Stevens. Stevens double teamed. Underneath the basket was Stewart. He misses the shot. And it's rebounded by Robinson, who's had a couple of dynamic dunks in this one. Long three-pointer. That's not even close. Cruz with the rebound. And he brings it up the court. There's a long three. That one comes up short. And it's going to stay with Wilby. 47-19. Wilby gets inbounded to Stewart. Stewart working his way back, tries to go behind his back, and instead loses the ball. He lost it to Spears. Now all the way up the other way, there's Melendez. His shot is way off, and it goes off Rivera. And it's Wilby's ball. Gio Cruz now entering the forecourt. Takes advantage of a pick, pulls up, shoots, and no good. Melendez gives it up to Rivera. This kid can play, goes behind his back, through his legs, and his pass is picked off. It originally hits Stewart. And then Melendez knocks it out of Coleman's hands. Rivera dishes, and that shot is altered. And DeJesus comes into the forecourt. And Stevens gets the bucket on the runner. Rivera back to Melendez into the corner. There's a three. That one rolls off the rim. Kicked out. Rivera will try the three from that side. And bullseye. 50-21. Wilby moves the ball down low and turns it over. Coming in is Willard and Arrington. Taking a seat is Melendez and Glenn. Willard and Robinson bring it into the forecourt. Willard with it now. Back to Robinson. Over to the corner to Rivera. Finds the open man. Willard advances it to the corner, and nothing but the bottom of the net for Andre Arrington. 53-21. Cruz allowed to go completely to the basket without being harassed. Still misses the shot. Not a good day for the best player, clearly, on Wilby High School. And the rebound pops in and out. Rebounded by Willard. Finds Robinson, and we have a foul. That's going to go against Spears. That'll be his first. It's a turnover. Hadabenko back into the game. Semi-dejected Elijah Stewart heads off. His body language showing that he's not comfortable. Who would be in a circumstance like this? It's totally understandable. And that's going to be blue ball as it goes off of DeJesus. Excellent ball movement again. Rivera going baseline, throws up the runner, no good, gets his own rebound, turns around, goes glassing in. 16 now for Rivera. Very balanced scoring from the front court for the Bulldogs. And we have a whistle. Coleman takes a seat. Deshaun Fareed comes back into the game. And a turnover. Here's a chance for Rivera. Boom! Cruz gives it up. Cruz pulls up for the jumper. And he's on the board. It's been a while for him now. That's his 5th point. 4th and 5th. Rivera takes it to the baseline. Turnover. Coming back the other way is Wilby. And off the glass, but no good. Taken away by Robinson. He goes coast to coast, untouched. Goes glass and in. Cruz is fouled. That's going to be on Chris Spears. That's his second of the game. First foul of the second half. Cruz will shoot 2. It's just been that kind of a day for Cruz. Taking a seat is Arrington. Back into the game is Melendez. Glenn in and Spears out. Cruz shoots the second. Then it's just, like I've said, it's just been that kind of a day for them. When Cruz isn't hitting, I believe last game we had with him, he did something like 30-something points. Or it was in that neighborhood anyway. He's only got 5 right now. Kicked out to the side. Willard for 3. That goes in and out. Rebounded. Put up and in. Mike Kahani Glenn. He has 13 now. Cruz has nothing. And gives it back up. And we have a timeout taken by Wilby. It's 61-23 with 2:06 left here in the third quarter of play. We're in the Reggie O'Brien Gymnasium on the George Torado Court on the campus of Wilby High School for this DET Sports Media production of NVL Boys Varsity High School basketball. It's the game of the week, and it's Mitch Beck along with Deb Thoreau, the A-team, bringing you this game. Very, very cold outside, and it's drifting a bit in here. And me without my leg warmers. So I guess there's some moisture on the floor. That's what it looks like. So Wilby will inbound. And it's Gio Cruz. Giving it back to DeJesus. Cruz looks for some help. Back to Cruz. Goes between his legs, makes a move, dishes. DeJesus has it now, and he loses control of it. And they're going to call that on Willard. That will be his third foul. Here's a long 3 from Cruz. Just not falling for the young man today. Anabenko with a good job with a steal. He dishes to the corner to Stewart. Stewart gets double teamed, finds the open man. It's awful close to traveling there for Hernandez. And DeJesus loses control and turns it over. Back the other way we'll go with 1:23 left here in the third quarter. There's a 3. Wow, Rivera is some basketball player. Went sky high to get that rebound. And Connie Glenn picks up the basket. And that shot is blocked. Anabenko steps out. Coming into the game is Junis Bell Luna. 40-point lead now for the Crosby Bulldogs. And literally stripped. Melendez goes up and puts it in on the layup. And that is thoroughly rejected by Kahani Glenn. DeJesus comes out and Josh Colon comes in. Inbounded all the way back to the half court for Hernandez. Looking for some help. And another turnover. Look out, here it comes. Boom! Jason Robinson with a jam.
Timeout, Robinson.
Coach Piccolo not happy with Jamar Hernandez. Hernandez is agitated. Just forcing the ball a lot. They're just trying too much. You know, whether you're down 44 like you are now, if you're Wilby, you still got to play team basketball. 1-on-5 never works. Never. I don't care who you are. If you put Michael Jordan right now on this court against the 5 Crosby players, I got a news flash for you. He's going to lose. 5 people are capable of beating one person no matter who it is. And I know that sounds crazy. I'm just trying to make a point here. Got to stay within the game plan. And I think that's what Coach Piccolo is trying to get them to do, is to acknowledge that, because even in a situation like this, it's still a learning situation. Or as some like to say, a teaching situation, which is essentially what coaching is. That's the end of the third quarter. And it has been all Crosby Bulldog. It's 67-23. But to make the point, and I know I'm belaboring this quite a bit, basketball, maybe more than any other sport, is a team sport. And you can't win by yourself. And I think that's what Coach Piccolo was trying to get across, not just to Jamar Hernandez, who was the one he was obviously directing it at because that was the last person who did it. But I think he was talking to his roster completely. And it's more about staying under control. So we'll start the fourth quarter. I've coached for on and off for 40 years. And I can tell you right now, if the Wilby Wildcats were my team, I would be telling them to focus on, let's just play this fourth quarter. Let's win the fourth quarter. And we're going to do that by playing together and sticking to the game plan. So Coach Piccolo is an outstanding coach. So I'm sure that's the message that was sent as well. Play the game the way we're teaching to play the game. There's a long three, goes in and out. Some of the players that don't get a lot of time, Vaughn Grubb, for example, who just took that shot, is getting some time. Trayvon Dunbar is in the game. Martin Schofield is in the game. Manny Escobales. And that one goes in. That one goes in for Stewart. Those are his third and fourth points of the game. Seeing Coach Augili as well doing the same thing. I mean, I know common thing is to call it garbage time. But I genuinely, as a coach myself, I don't believe in anything called garbage time, because it's an opportunity for you to get playing time and teaching time to your players that may not be on the floor. Or in my case, I coach mostly hockey, getting ice time for guys that don't play a lot. And that's exactly what's happening here now for both teams. Cruz is still in there. But while the outcome may be decided, they're not coming back from 40-something points in a period. But at the same time, it's a learning experience. And up and in for Arrington. He has 8. And for some of these young men, who don't get a lot of time to play, these are the moments they'll carry with them for the rest of their lives when they did get to play. I think Grubb stepped out of bounds, or excuse me. I'm trying to get who that was. 33. That was Cologne, who I believe stepped out of bounds. Ball movement is still exceptionally good for Crosby, even from their deep bench guys. And we have another foul.
Turnover, 3-second call. Wildcat call.
It's a turnover by Crosby. Jesus back in the game. Taking a seat is Josh Cologne. Luna is now in the backcourt. Goes down low. And put in the middle to Stewart. Ball's loose on the ground. And they're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow favoring Wilby. So they will keep it. Are you a fan of the possession arrow? Or would you kind of like be old-fashioned like me and like to see guys jump the ball up every time? I don't know. I'd still prefer jump balls. Jump ball is a jump ball, not a possession ball. As Stewart, he misses a shot. And here's an opportunity. Up and in for Manny Escobales. It's his first basket of the game. And he makes a steal. Escobales with it back. He just traveled. He slipped a little bit. And Wilby, 5 minutes and 10 seconds now here in the remainder of the game. De Jesus. Stewart now looking to make a move. Gets one, and it goes in and out. Schofield with the rebound. He surrenders the ball to Arrington. It's Grubb now. They move the ball just as effectively and just as well along the perimeter, whether it's the starters or the bench guys. De Jesus now. His shot is blocked. And he finally gets it to go. He has 9. And Escobales now puts it in the middle. Nice ball movement again. Arrington with the three-point shot. And it will be Grubb going to the free throw line. Elijah Stewart picks up his second foul of the game. Grubb will shoot 2. And as much as Cruz has struggled and nothing has gone his way today, everything is going every way for Crosby. And the second one shot literally perfectly. Up and in. Jesus makes his way, finds Cruz. Cruz tries to go baseline. There's nothing there. Gives it back to De Jesus. Nice job by De Jesus. He has 11 now. Grubb thought about it, gave it up. Escobales now. Three-pointer, no good. One of these things about Nick Augili's team, they all follow their shots. And that will stay with Wilby. Stewart takes a seat. Back into the game is Jeremiah Coleman for the final 3:07. Jesus inbounding, gives it to Cruz. Hernandez wasn't sure. There's Cruz for three. That's what it looks like when Cruz gets on fire. Just give him some space and he'll put it in. Kid can shoot the ball, but just today has not been his day. 73-32. And the three falls up short. And another turnover. Here comes Jesus. Cruz thought three, shoots three, and misses again. And it's Grubb. Escobales turns it over to Cruz. And Cruz goes off the board and in. He still has 10 points. Hasn't been a factor today, but he's still in the double digits because guys that can score find a way to get their numbers. Nice move by Escobales. And he has 4. 2 minutes now in this one. And the turnover leads to an opportunity for Crosby to bring it back. Escobales. And the run coast to coast for De Jesus comes up empty. Minute and a half to go now. See, Coach Nick Augili still coaching. And the bottom of the net for Grubb. He has 5. And a timeout by Alan Piccolo with 1 minute and 10 seconds left. Short timeout. And we'll play now the final minute 10. And another turnover. Less than a minute to go now. I think Coach Augili's still coaching no matter what. Doesn't matter what the score is when you're trying to teach people what you want them to do. That's a 3. And he hits it. He has 7 points. Under 30 seconds to go. Alan Piccolo will get this team healthy. Nice basket on the 3 for Tashawn Fareed. As I was saying, Coach Piccolo, outstanding coach, and he will take his teammates, his team, and get them working together. And that is going to do it. From the campus of Wilby High School, we have a final score in this DET Sports Media production of NVL Boys Varsity High School Basketball. It's Mitch Beck with you, Deb Thoreau. We want to thank you for spending your Saturday afternoon with us for this game between the Wilby Wildcats and the Crosby Bulldogs. Once again, the final score, the Crosby Bulldogs 81, the Wilby Wildcats 37. Thank you, and have a very pleasant remainder of your day.